mouse is a little crooked. There we go. Welcome to live Candlepin Bowling, Mason's, Leominster, Mass. There was no live bowling last week because where I was recording Watch Me Suck. If you don't know, it'll be a surprise. They had a mask mandate, and if you've seen Chris and I bowl with masks on, we didn't do well and we didn't last. We barely had enough energy to walk after that. So after I did the 5 shows, that was it. However, I will go back to that place because the guy understood how much it sucked to have the mandate. So anyway, lane number 7. Lane 7, where Watch Me Suck at Bowling was born. So let's see how much we suck today. We're up to a solid 2 start. Much better, but the 2 killed it. Granted, take for granted, this is Putnam Street where it happened, where I got a 1 frame, and the game ended with a 101. Yeah, Masons is Masons again. Yeah, this game's junk. Only 1 good frame. We'll be going for a new low score. You know what to say, people. You know what to say. Right there. Yeah, we're going for a low. Here's the half. For those of you who say I'm getting better as I play, El Rongo. Start with that. And that's the only good thing that happened. So this is a junk game at 31. Thanks to that lovely Masons thing. First clean plate, but it don't matter. We're not even going to get out of 70 right now. Crap game, but we got a mark in it. This might be asking too much, but the crappy game be saved by El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will this bonus be? Can it pull it out of the out of 70s though? Three fill, so the game's garbage. Tens won't cut it. Need a marker. We're going to do the Putnam Street City Tournament Opener Practice Shot. That pretty much ended it. We got one. Let's be honest. That ruined the whole thing. Something good. Crap fill, but at least a good frame. And a good frame. 78, that's a fail. It might also be going from being covered to uncovered. Or I just suck. Which goes without saying. Game number 2. also clean my bowling balls thoroughly. Now they hook again like they used to. They're used to that too. See, a bowler that's good would be able to do that. Is much better than 2. Just make sure you're tightened down. There it goes again. Good, 9er. Barely staying to minimum standards. Of course that happened. Not quite how I envisioned 9 happening, but I did envision 9 happening. If that were only ball 2. Much better. Watching my average, fall down. 8. The bum. A pair of 9s and a 10. We're at 43. High single 148 on the Putnam Street. Low 44. Don't have to guess where that happened. And my high here, 126 when they fixed everything up after the pandemic was lifted. Now it's back to the Masony way we remember it. And with those standards, my high was a 125. So 1 point difference between things being how they are now and when they fixed everything up before everything reopened in 2020. Let's continue. And we got the Cagliari. This place might as well just give up. Or 3 balls. there goes the game at 6. Wait for the wood to settle. Well, we didn't hit the piece that was moving, so, but if we did, it wouldn't have counted if it was moving. Spare. It's now time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Oh, a spoiler alert for next month's Watch Me Suck. Strike Streak died. Good news. 5 fill is not bad. Bad news. It's the frickin' Caleri. Anywhere else that would have went, but we know there's magnets and sandpaper. All right, 2 frames to get 6. According to ICBA records of casual league bowlers, and I noticed for a fact as I've seen some of the records as well, average casual league bowler, people slightly better than those of us that just walk in, average between 80 and 100. If we hit 80, good enough. Appropriate bowling god's middle finger for 9. Diamond is hard. Good game with a 9. Alright, we go from this lovely thing. Oh, you saw it, maybe. Lovely there. Spare 10. Unfortunately, the first ball left us the Caleri on the left. And a pair of 9s, 92. Here at Mason's, that's pretty good. You invite Mr. Caleri to your place for dinner every night. Oh, yeah. Don Gills would say the diamond wins again. obvious. This is the start of game 3. Favorable lead, but let's remember who's trying, and let's also remember where we are. Start with the middle finger, Niner. I think the jukebox is playing, but there's so much bowling going on. All I hear barely is any bass notes. Now here's the funny thing about the reverse half Worcester. It's so easy to get when 8 of their friends are there. Not so easy when they're alone. But we got a piece of wood behind the 2-pin that can make it fairly easy. Or if you miss, you at least get one. Niner again. Sadly, this is the best 2-frame start. Apparently the sandpaper's a little worn out near the front there. Second ball held on for too long. That's the low one so far on 8. Magnets. Here's the half. 9, 9, 9. Then it falls apart a little bit. 8 and an 8. 43. Again, staying at the low end of. Yeah, I think it might have just been the HVAC maybe, because it sounds like the base of the thing. Anyway, even if it was playing, you wouldn't really be able to hear it. Maybe a really low bass note once in a while. Anyway, that is with all the action. Anyway, let's continue this game. 43 half. didn't go for the glory, went for the easy points, which is what you're really supposed to do. Middle finger by itself again at 9. And a 7. Here comes the great collapse. It's another 7. Two frames to get 14. Welcome to Masons. Couldn't even fit a sheet of paper between the ball and the pin. Decent hit. Last frame, we need 6. Barely made it. That one just rolled a little too far forward. And of course we know the magnets are going to hold that one down, robbing me of the spare. It ends halfway decent with 9. Nine, start of the great collapse, 8, and a 9, an okay 83. All right. Game number 4. Again, if that were only ball 2, so we see how this day's going to go. 10. If the strike streak doesn't stay dead today, I'll be surprised. That's the only spoiler of March's Watch Me Suck. Decent 8. There goes the battleship with a 3. Surprisingly, still not the worst game. Hey, another makeable spare. Let's see if it happens. In spite of it being a Woolworth, the wood can help us. Textbook. In other words, oopsie. Once again, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball, which will very likely not get too many views today. 4 games, and this is only the 3rd one. Let's see what this one does. Well, it does what it's good at, sucking. Half Worcester on the other side, allows you to fill. Now we gotta wait for that piece of wood to settle down. At least we got an 8, so no curse of the fill. That's the only good thing today. So far, every crappy lead, every crappy fill did not end with a curse. Again, nothing to write home about, but 10, 8, that. Then a spare and an 8. Unfortunately, the first ball, half Worcester left. 41. So sorry. Again, another makeable spare with the wood. Now I forgot how many balls that was. Since I forgot we're going to call that 10. Again, half Worcester left, but then that rolls away. Niner. I know for a fact I didn't throw 4. Magnets. Got a mark anyway. Time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. Another mediocre 5 fill, which helps a lot. And again, it has to be the Caleri. With this, we are guaranteed a good game, because if I zero on the last 2 balls, I get at least an 80. If I get a spare, it goes even higher. El Stinko the bonus ball. If I can get another mark in Candlepin bowling, that constitutes a turkey. That was a good fill and a somewhat good lead. For those that don't suck, that's fairly easy. Like a 75% chance. For someone like me, like a quarter. We'll take the 8. Very good. If I zero out, I've already hit 3 digits. Gobble, gobble. Well, El Stinko to wrap it up. 7 will make it a really nice number. Anything else, it's still good. There it is. Well, if we're going to get a spread eagle with Gray and a Talon, a crappy fill at the very end of the game is the time to do it. And that's a 3. We will be back in a moment. The scoring system broke. Graphite broke as I was writing the score. 10, 9. This is setting up for a crash because here's the turkey. Spare. Spare. First ball knocking down 5. Spare again. First ball knocking down 8. Then the bonus of 3. If there any time to get the spread eagle, that would be it. A Mason's miracle of 106. High 148 Putnam Street, low 44 here. My high here 126, 125 when it's tough as it is now. 126 when they actually cleaned up the pin plates and things were moving. Alrighty. Yeah. So, yeah. Got the scoring system up and running, so game number 5. Time for the big crash. After we get 100, you know that's gonna happen. Start with 8. Eight is the second worst start. The worst one is 2. Welcome to Masons. Got the 10. Seems 18 is as high as we can go after 2. Even if it wasn't Masons, that wouldn't have hit anything. Wrong wood, still an 8. See what I said? I got a 3 in the last game on one of the frames, got a 106. I got a 101 at Putnam's and one of the frames was a 1. Talk about barely staying on for the 8. still got 8. Well, here's the halftime. 8, 10, nothing but 8s. 42. As long as we hit 80, we are in the average skill realm. Thanks, Watson. Hello, Watson. Oh, I've been... Marvin, hello to you. I forgot. I forgot to say hello to people. Hello, Ben and Tom Riley. Usually I'm on top of that, but I wasn't. So 42 at 8. I mean, 42 with a bunch of 8s. Frame 6. I got what I did. As you clearly see, the magnets is holding down the 10 pin. Be a loose wire under there. There's no way the pins should fall with the magnets. Got lucky there with 8. And this is pretty much the collapse after the great game. Maybe it got demagnetized in the middle of the rack there, middle left. Remember who shot it. 2 frames, you get 15. There we go. Yep, after the great game, the great collapse. So I need a minimum of 9, so this is pretty much a dead game. Or maybe not. Then we crash. As predicted, after a great game, the great collapse has to happen. That's the only good thing there on that. 79 after that. So it's obvious I get stupid lucky when I can get 100 here. And that usually is the case. If at least half the games are good, it's good enough. Not great, but good enough. Game number 6. Start with 8. Squeaked out another 8. This is the third worst game. And down we go. Niner. Still the third worst. Not here, people. Would giveth, would taketh away. Also, the bowling god is reminding me who I am. Still, it's a 9. It's still clinging to life. 8. The one that's probably ruined everything. 9 to help and a 9 to help. Squeaking in at 40. Barely alive with 8. Still barely clinging on. This time it's the kingpin standing room for 9. It gives us 1 insurance point. Best we can do is an Emily now. This place is nearly full. Two more insurance points. Actually, we have 5 insurance points. We made it. That's a good way to end. Five points, and El Stinko will put us in the middle of average. Unless I'm lucky, the strike streak is so dead still. Nice 8, Phil. This wasn't too bad, in spite of being Averageville with that 6 otherwise. 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, spare with an 8, 93. So you got two. So we got 2 really good ones, 1 good one, and a great one, and a couple of failures. I'm marking a good fill can salvage quite a bit. Pen. Time to clean bowling balls and coming back a little filthy. Nothing out of the ordinary. Usually at half, you had halftime, we tend to have to do it. Alrighty, clean the bowling balls. Now, if you are leaving messages, there are instances where there are internet hiccups. You see it in a live stream when the frames skip, like my voice just did there. And if your message came during a skip, it probably didn't come in. I am not intentionally ignoring anyone. Or as I like to say, and it doesn't really qualify anymore because he's no longer on YouTube, not intentionally Alpha Omega sitting people. Let's start the second half.
You got that nice and serious. Yes. I like to choose everything beforehand.
Start with a lovely 6. Second worst start. Roll too fast for the magnets to hold the head pin down. Perfect. It's now time for El Stenko the bonus ball. What will this one give us? Looks like it gave us the 4 horsemen on the left. That's a 6. And since people that don't have Candlepin find these videos every now and then as hey, something they've seen for the first time, in 10-pin bowling, which you're familiar with, 4 in a row like that, either way is called a rail. But because it's so hard to get in Candlepins, it's called the 4 horsemen. Piece of wood helped with the 9er, middle finger remaining. This is the high game so far. I can't believe I'm going to say this here, but welcome to Putnam Street. Got a Putnam Street 9. Nice that I hit 40 and it's not the halftime.
Oh, man, that's a better strike.
so many I wish it was ball 2 moments. That's another one for Ted. Halftime report. 6, spare, 9, first ball leaving the 4 horsemen, hence the 6. 9, 10, 50 even, not indicative as to how it may end, but it could be. Where I come from in my 10-pin league, we call those either clothesline or picket fence. Actually, I know it's interchangeable, but picket fence is like one of the balls that I threw that only 2 pins fell and all 7 columns were still there. Any throw in Candlepin where you knock down pins and all 7 columns are still there, it's a picket fence. Typically, the 7, 8, 9, and 10 standing by itself are called fence posts, but it has been called picket fence as well. And that is according to the official rulebook from the International Candlepin Bowling Association, which I do have. Anyway, let's continue. Remember who shot it. Keep remembering who shot it. That's an A. Bob Caleri seems to have a liking for me. I don't think he knows I hate him. Like I said, that 50.5 is not indicative to how it will end. 4 horsemen for 6. Since we have that 50, I'm going to go for the hero shot. You're not supposed to do that, but it ain't a competition, so. The rare moment greed works. Especially me. That's a 9. Two frames to get 7. Welcome to Masons. Screwed royally there. still going to call it a good game because the only way it won't be is if I get a 0. Remember, the magnets are going to hold that one down. Yet again, another game where the end is made up by El Stinko. Let's take a look at what El Stinko will end this game. Again, a 0 will prevent us from being middle of average. El Stinko does what it does best. Stink with 2. So far, that doesn't help. 9. That I got screwed, simply put. And then a spare, and of course, lousy 2. 91. Yeah, exactly. Wow. That was a welcome to Mason's moment. Game number 8. The pin plate leans forward a little bit. Way off. And if I were off even further, if I capped it, maybe 10. 9. Perfect ball, but I did not think a spare would happen because that leave, it's almost impossible. Once again, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Epco Urethane Pro-Line. The only thing professional you're going to see on this channel. Let's see how professional El Stinko will be. El Stinko lives up to its name with a 3. Not bad for a ball I dropped. Went for the points for the 9. Tying the previous game so far. Still not a spare. Stink frame of 4. Surprisingly, still one of the better games. Magnets holding the 10. Had to be more to the right than that. Had to be more to the right than that. You got 9. Halftime. 9. Spare. 9 again. So far, every fill was not a curse of the fill. Then that. 9. We're tied the low at 44. High 148 at Putnam. Highest here when everything was clean was 126. When everything was as hard as it is now, 125. Thank you, Watson. Last couple games were pretty good. 90s here is an achievement. Hundreds is miraculous, like that 106. Then, of course, we crashed right after that because remember who's playing. I guess Bob Caleri wants to show his other side now. Piece of wood that might help. A little bit of a sharp angle. Nailed it.
Now that you got both sides, now let's go for the middle.
It helped make a bad situation better. Middle finger for 9. That was another perfect shot. I made that shot the one time I actually made it on King of the Palace.
That one's a tough one. Get it out of the way. That one might be late. Look like it was right.
Now it's a technicality because they were just beta testing something and they let me in anyway. El Stinko, the bonus ball. It seems if I punish them for being stingent or give them their praise and show them off, it doesn't seem to matter what the performance is today. Let's see what this one does. You can probably save it. We got a 5.
Got it out of the way this time. Gotta work it in reverse this time.
Say it with me now. Magnets. I hit fair wood on the deck, which then took the gutter wood and knocked down the pin. So long as the ball hits something fair initially, it counts. So that is a 9. Two frames to get 3. Another stink frame of 4. Still with that, we made the minimal acceptance of number of good games.
It followed the same spot as the first one.
To prove that I suck, I was aiming for the left 2. Still the same result with 8. Alright, this is more Mason-like. 9, spare. Again, no curse of the fill yet. 5 fill, 9, that. Then an 8, at least an 89. And the place is emptied out a little bit. Although I see people. Yeah, there's more people coming, so it's another lane is filling. There's only 7, now there's 8. Anyway. Nice lounge, I can't believe that's the same thing before. Game number 9. Niner. Not with the magnets. Another 9. As I said, I know it's a spoiler. Strike Streak died last week. It's still dead. Anywhere else, at least 7. Masons, 6. Another screw job. Missing out with 9 and the Bull God's middle finger. There are three games. We're at frame 4, which we ended. We have a Larry Bird. And here comes the great collapse. It's a 7. Here comes the great collapse. The only 2 good frames that... Oh, no, there was one. Not that one. That one. That one. We're at 40, barely hanging in there. All right. Barely hanging in there. Pulling the plane out of a nosedive with an 8. And the great collapse continues at 5. Now putting this game pretty much into failure territory. Too far left. Right where that should have went. Niner. Still pretty dire. We need 17. 2 frames. Piece of wood in the back that's moving. We gotta wait for it. Not what I wanted, not as expected either, but at least 8. Let's see if we can get 9 or 10. Too much to ask for there. Still an 8. Unfortunately, that means this is a very likely failure game. We need 9 minimum. That may have done it in. good.
That was
Failed again. That did it. 79. Complete and utter failure.
That was good. That
Scared him?
area is definitely clear.
One of the less than better outings today. Game number 10.
You were like me, you just wanted to make sure that it was clear. Such a magical number. No, you're number one in my book.
Look for the points. And got the 9 and the middle finger. And there it goes.
I think if you did a little bit Nailed it. I forgot I was filling something. How sad is that?
Lucky Niner.
That's the hardest one to
It's the easiest one again.
Not what you wanted to.
So we are going to tie the longest death of a streak. That's another. That would be 2 sessions in a row where no strikes have been thrown. And another Larry Bird after 4.
That one should have been recorded. Dan doesn't need any extra points.
That had to have gone. As it was halfway up, I knew it had to go. If it didn't, well, you know this place, it probably could have not. But it did. Here we are at the half. 9.
We just want to make sure
That.
nice and clear.
9. Spare. So far we're at 43 with El Stinko to determine the half. It does what it does best. Stink. That's a 3. Putting a half of 46. And well, we knew the curse of the fill would have to happen eventually. Even on the best days, it has to happen. And there it is, 7. Curse of the fill. That's another, yep, right where it should go, but I didn't think the spare would happen.
Top one. See, now you're going to win. Let's go. Told you that's the hard one again.
Means it's time for us to think of the bonus ball again. Let's see what this one gives us. And now they all have to suck. That's a 3. And now the curse of the fills are going to always happen. That's a 4. The only good thing is 2 frames to get 10. Welcome to Masons. That is a picket fence. Any leave where you knock down pins and there's at least 1 pin in all the rows. I mean columns. That's 6. At least that. The wood saved that one from being meh. Well, I should say meh to barely acceptable. And also made it a not so mediocre second half. So let's see what else. Think of the, just like you drew it up on the chalkboard. Yeah, Masons is back to the way it used to be before the pandemic. Pretty much impossible. Which is why the pros hate to hear the name of this place where there's a competition involved. El Stinko, yet again, wrapping up the game. Now Stinko leaving yet another crappy leave, but it's final ball for the game, so who cares? Decent 5. We're open for 5 failures at the worst. This whole thing is crap. Spare, 3, 4, another 4. Spare, 5 fill, but it didn't matter because it was an end game fill. So the leaf could totally be crap, but if the pin count is good, good. Pair of 8s for the end. Game 11. That shot kind of sucked, but the wood saved it. And the difference between a dumb luck spare or a dumb luck strike is you couldn't see that it possibly would happen. Everything today, even that, there was a possibility that you could see it could happen. That being said, it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see it stink again. Well, there's the stink part, the leave. 7 fill, not the stink part. Best 2-frame start, which means absolutely nothing, for better or worse. Not the one I was aiming at. At least we squeaked it out of Curse of the Fill with 8. Nope. Wasn't a bad shot. Magnets holding down the 7 pin. 7. Alrighty, halftime. Weak start, then a spare, then an 8, 7 fill. Crappy leave though. 8, 7, so curse of the fill, so it's 2 curse of the fill so far, 47 this half.
Right there. Come on, come on, come on. Not bad. Yeah, you got to get it fair.
Piece of wood in the back rolling around.
Yourself a little more. You could have, yeah. You could have gone. Set the vibes.
Oh, that was just barely behind the lob line. Welcome to Putnam Street. Sliding left doesn't quite help there. 9. Three frames to get 14. Again, magnets. Far left. Even without magnets, the 10 wouldn't have went. This is a rare moment where I'm going to call the game early as at least decent. Week 7. What's the worst case scenario for bad games? 10, 9, 10, 9. Weak spot, 92.
You put everything into it. Come on.
So how is it going to end? The classic failure? 3-1 odds, according to MGM Springfield. 3-1 odds, decent game. 2-1 odds, failure. And 20-1, really good. And 45-2. No, that can't be right. 40. Okay, yeah, 75-2. Yeah, let's read it. Let's read that data sheet right. 75-2, 100 or higher. So 2-1 odds, it's going to end under 80. Good shot, just didn't work. I know, wood player. Doesn't matter, it counts. So far, the 4-1 odds, people are going to win money. Now the 3-1s are winning money. Again, strike streak's going to be dead 2 weeks in a row, and magnets. Perfect shot. Again, that was one. I did think there was a chance.
Yep.
This may be the final El Stinko, the bonus ball of today. Yes, Ben, you are right. That I can go back and see for real. Time for El Stinko. Again, a crappy leave, but a nice 7. Yep, 74 and 15 do add up to 89, not 88. So I fixed that because, again, that I can, the numbers on the sheet I can see. What happens here, I go with the safe alternative, even if it means losing points. Because I don't want to find out I gave myself something I didn't deserve knowingly. Wow, it just hooked to stay on. Just behind the lob line for 10. So the 3-1 people, where the game may end, at least in average or slightly below ability. Slightly below meaning 80 to 90 or so. 8, 10, that, spare, 10, first ball knocking down 7, 51, not indicative of how it may end. I say that because I get people that say you got a 51 at the half, that means you're getting 100. Doesn't happen that way. I have had a half of in the low 30s and got to 100. And it's been the other way too. Where I had like 70 and like 50 something and only got to middle 80s. You never know what happens in the land of the candles. Let's continue. Finger for 9. Tied the worst. A professional style 2. Now we're back to the 3-1s. Low to just barely middle of average. Still a crap frame. Magnets barely unable to hold that one down. Lousy 7. Well, it looks like it's going to be the 3-1 people. Low to just barely middle of average. Welcome to Masons. Not exactly where I wanted it, but not exactly where I wanted it, period, for 9. Alright, all I have to do is tie my low for today a 2. All right, final frame. So the strike streak is now 2 weeks without. So the dead strike streak is 2. Crash and burn. The 2-to-1s, no, the 3-to-1s get it, just barely an average. Crap second half. 9, 11, 27, 32. What a crappy second half. Nothing good came out of it. Crash and burn, 83. So the 3-to-1s barely won their money. That it would be 80 to 90. 78, game 1, 92-2, 83-3. The highlight, $1.06, but it took 4 marks to get there. Then again, Masons. 79, crash and burn. 93, 91, 89, 79, 89. 92, and 83, I don't even know if I want to consider this a good game because of the way the second half went. 11, 25, 32 points. Yeah. The ending stunk. But then again, remember who played. Hello, Devet. I guess you're going to have to rewind today because that's it. All 12 games from Mason Bowling Center, Leominster, Mass. Sucking really hard at the end, but managing to pull out a decent game. Yeah, I'm going to let that live because I didn't have a 60 and a half. If I had a 60 and a half and I wound up with 80s, no, I wouldn't pass. Even that 80 game would be a flunk. No good. But because it was 50, we'll let it slide. Barely. Anyway, that'll be it. Georgia 551 saying, hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. 6 years and nothing to show for it.